Are you a professional pillow fighter? Or a 9-to-5 low-cost time travel agent? Or maybe real estate sales on Mars is your profession? It doesn't matter. Whatever it is you do, however complex or intricate, Monday.com can help you organize, orchestrate, and make it more efficient. Monday.com is the one centralized platform for everything work-related. And with Monday.com, work is just easier. Monday.com, for whatever you run. Go to Monday.com to learn more.
Well, I don't see the point in waiting any longer, so let's bring her out. The star attraction, the one you came to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Judy Gold.
Good afternoon, it's a special edition of Kill Me Now with Bette Sussman as my Wait, Bette Sussman.
Wait, what? I want to join in, but I just can't find. What key is that?
No, it's the key of fuck.
It's the key of me.
Okay, so Bette Sussman is here.
Yes. Yes,
that's
she
the
is.
Jew whistle. And today is our live call-in show. We are here with Donald Trump. He actually arrived on time. Thank you.
It's good to be here, Judy. I'm very busy, but it's unbelievable show. I love the show. I listen to it all the time.
Thank you.
Really good show. Really good show.
I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, destroying the world, to
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. We are going to make America great again, okay? We've got a movement going on. Everybody knows.
Yeah, I'm going to have a movement.
A bowel movement you're going to have.
And you smell like a bowel movement. Donald, just today, and you know, this is airing in a few days, but just today you endorsed torture. You order construction of the wall.
The gag rule, don't forget about that.
The gag rule.
Don't forget how we're not going to help anybody anymore.
Yeah, we can't help any. Do you have sinus issues, Donald?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, you know, what exactly? The phones are going off the hook, so I might have to start taking calls. But what the fuck are you thinking?
Look, excuse me. You know, I come in here and you're already starting in, okay?
No, I bet it's like we can't believe it. The phones are going off the hook.
Excuse me, and I'll take a phone call, okay? I'll do it, okay? Because these are real Americans.
Yeah.
And believe me, we're talking about the torture and all this stuff. I've spoken to a lot of higher-ups, okay? And they're all telling me what we need to do. And I'm taking advice from very powerful military leaders, and they're telling me what they think we should do, and I'm going to follow these
How come
things.
you have no pictures on your desk in the Oval Office? Not one photo.
I just moved in. What do you want? I just got in
but
there.
I
What do you
think
want
Barack had photos. You know,
There
like,
are people go in there and set things up.
Excuse me. Barack
If you say excuse me one more time, can I call you Mr. Illegitimate?
Barack had photos of his family in there, okay?
Yes.
That's all he had, okay? I just moved in. I'm trying to paint the place, for
yeah,
God's
but
sakes.
that's like the first thing I put on my desk.
And
if
I met,
you know,
a picture of
by the
Ben.
way,
Henry.
Excuse
Henry.
me. I met with Obama, and he's got to get. He didn't even get all of his shit out of there. Okay, he left some of
someone
his,
just hung
he's
up.
got a
Let's
couple of hip hop CDs in there, and there's a lot of stuff.
Okay, let's take a call, Donald, because we have a lot of time here.
What do you want to be called, by the way?
Well,
Mr.
of course,
Mr. Illegitimate President?
My birth name is Donald J. Trump, and you know what the J stands for, right?
Jerk.
No, jobs. Lots of jobs.
Okay, here we go. Hi, you're on the air. This is Judy Gold, and Bette Sussman is co-hosting Kill Me Now, and Donald Trump is here. Do you have any questions for Donald? Hello.
I was curious. The other day, Sean Spicer couldn't elaborate when he said whether or not any gay rights may be rolled back under Donald's administration. So I'm curious as to whether or not he actually could give us an answer. If he's going to take away any of our rights.
Donald, are you?
What rights are you worried about? Which ones?
Well, I'm curious about the Supreme Court ruling that basically stopped workplace discrimination federally for LGBTQ Americans. And I'm curious as to whether or not you were going to roll back that Supreme Court decision.
Where do you work?
I work for a restaurant in Florida.
You work for a restaurant in Florida, and you're worried about, like, if I pass a law that they're not gonna hire you to work there. Is that what you're worried about?
Well, not me in particular, but my brothers and sisters.
What about you?
Brethren,
You're gay. You're gay, right?
Well,
Because you sound gay.
What does that mean? He sounds gay.
He sounds gay. He sounds gay. Okay.
What does that mean?
What does it mean? He sounds gay. There's something in his voice. Look, we all know. Look,
I sound very gay.
you sound gay. Okay, which is like I'm not going to blame you. It's God's fault. Okay, but you were born.
Clearly.
Okay, you're gay. You can't help it. It's like a disease. It's like having cancer.
What does that mean? I'm gay.
You're gay.
Donald, I'm gay.
And I told you.
And you made me gayer.
Excuse me. And I told you you're beautiful. And if you were straight, I'd climb you. If I wasn't with Melania,
I have
okay?
no interest in you.
You're beautiful.
Even if I was
And I like
straight.
accents. Yeah, that's not true. You're fighting it, okay? You know when I
Yeah.
come in, you love to flirt with
Yeah,
me. We
whatever.
all know that. Yeah,
You
last time I
think
was
so.
here, I groped you. You didn't even care about it. You loved it.
Yeah, I
groped
really
you. But I
loved
don't
it.
care. I love gays. Believe me. When I build this wall, I'm gonna put a glory hole right in the middle of it.
Oh, how glorious.
And you're gonna meet all your friends from Grindr. Believe me. All the fun people that you meet online, you're gonna meet them, and you're gonna get laid, and you're gonna thank me. You're gonna, Donald, thank you for getting me laid.
And it'll all be because you rolled back certain rights.
We're not going to roll anything back, okay? We're going to take care. I love taking care of the alternative community. And look, you're the forgotten ones. You're worse than the minorities. I mean, no one cares.
I know.
And we're going to help out. And, and if
Okay,
you're black
so
and
are
gay,
you
we're really
going to
help you.
undo the Defense of Marriage Act? That was. Are you going to try to? I mean, there are people
Supreme
can
Court,
be
babe.
fired. People can be
For being
fired,
gay.
and people cannot,
for being gay.
get rent apartments because they're gay. I mean, there are a lot of states, like 33
you
states.
can walk into Indiana and they can refuse service to you.
Yes.
If you're
Yeah.
gay.
If you're gay.
Thanks to Mr.
Mr. Pence.
But here's the thing.
Mr. Putz.
You just told me. You just told. Excuse me. Excuse me. You just told me that. Oh, how do you know I'm gay? And I said, well, you sound gay. How are people even going to know if you're going out to lunch that they can refuse your service if they don't know you're gay? Because you're telling me you can't tell if somebody's gay or not. So how would they know? Unless you walk in with a sign or you're wearing like some sort of a pink shirt that says I'm gay.
Yeah, so unless I don't know, unless somebody's going to come in with a big pink shirt that says I'm gay, I don't know.
Well, then why would they be turned away? Well, they wouldn't be turned away then, obviously, because they're not going to know you're gay. So just keep it quiet. Don't tell anybody, and they'll leave you
No,
alone.
that's like don't ask, don't tell, you idiot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're an idiot, Donald.
Exactly.
All right,
don't
Donald.
tell anybody.
I'm sorry.
By the way, before we get off,
Yeah.
I want this guy to admit that you're gay. Admit
I
it.
don't know. I think you're going to need to produce some kind of a birth certificate in order for me to admit that.
Yeah.
I'll release my
How
taxes.
about,
if you
when
tell
are you
everybody that-
releasing your taxes?
I'll release my taxes
You
when
said
this
you-
guy tells me he hangs out at a bathhouse. Okay, how
All
about
right.
that?
Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much, Judy.
You're welcome. Don't worry. We're going to keep
I
fighting
don't even
this
like gay people
motherfucker.
using the phone. I don't even like that. I think they should be using smoke signals.
And you have Joey on line 3.
Oh, Patrick.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Hi, Joey. You're on Kill Me Now. Bette Sussman is my co-host today.
Hi,
with,
Joey.
Hello, how are you?
With the incredible...
Well, we're okay. We're actually suffering a little bit
Yeah,
today
'cause
because
we're
of our
here with-
guest.
Please
Donald
tell
Trump.
me this guy's straight. Please tell me. Okay, I don't want to deal with another one.
You're not going to win on that one.
Jesus Christ. It's a gay network I'm on. I can't believe it.
Well,
No
I
one-
happen to be
well, one
gay,
straight guy.
Donald. I happen to be gay, and I have gay fans.
Well, don't you, but it seems to me that you're a little prejudiced against straight people.
No,
because
actually,
straight
my
people
parents
can't
were
even
straight.
Call in.
Well, my parents are straight.
I'm straight.
We're straight. And
straight.
yeah,
I'm
Bette's
straight.
straight, and Patrick's straight.
Patrick, oh, he's straight. Okay, well then I have a good. I have a few allies.
You know, sometimes you actually, there is a concept called thinking before you speak. Thinking before you speak.
Have you ever...
Never done that.
Have you ever thought about
Never
doing
done
that?
Never done that.
No,
Never
I'm
done
sure
that.
you haven't.
and where was your hat made?
China.
And you... But I don't understand.
China. Well, what do you understand? We saved a lot of money. We saved about $5 million making these hats because they made them in China.
I know, but you...
Because
So how
those
do you
people-
justify...
Those people, excuse me, those people over there will work for like $1 for the whole day because they're a bunch of migrants. Okay, they'll do anything. They're desperate.
Explains the
But we
call.
do a lot to help China here. Believe me, we let them have karaoke bars. They have Chinese restaurants which we go into. They charge us up the ass. They go in there and have their horrible food with high sodium.
I love.
okay?
Of
course
but
you
I
do.
heard you eat like Lay's potato chips and
I love
Doritos at
Lay's.
night.
I love Lay's. They're sponsoring me actually. Lay's
That's great.
loves Lay's.
Anyway, Joe, do you have a question for the worst president ever to be elected?
I do. Mr. President,
Oh, you don't have to.
now.
Not on our show, please. Don't.
Actually, that's
excuse me,
Joey.
electoral.
Excuse me, Joey. Excuse me. Don't call me
Yeah?
Mr. President. Call me God. Call me Jesus Christ. Just say Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay.
Donald J. for Jesus
Let me-
Christ. Trump.
I need to ask you, Jesus Christ. I need, as a gay man, I need you to help me, sir.
I'm not going to have sex with you. I'm not going to do it. There's single dating sites for that, okay?
See, this is your problem. You don't listen.
He said he wanted
Right,
me to
you
help
don't
him. I
listen.
thought he
You
wanted
just
me to
said
do
you didn't
something
even finish
sexual.
a sentence.
I didn't want it to be sexual. I got
Okay.
a wife. She's
Finish my sentence, sir. Okay, I need you to help me perfect my pussy grabbing because I've been listening to Alex Jones and shit, and I think that I can go through that. I don't know, immersion therapy or something, whatever it's called.
It's conversion therapy, and that's what.
Immersion
wants to be
therapy. That
straight. He
was
wants
when you
to
were
be
a kid
straight.
and your mother took you for swimming lessons.
Yeah.
You want to be straight. You want to start grabbing vaginas.
So that's what you want to do, like Mike Pence, who advocates for gay conversion therapy because he's obviously the only person it ever worked on. He.
Oh my God! I totally banged him when I met him on Grindr the other week.
You did?
You banged
Yes, I
Mike
did.
Pence.
And is he a bottom or a top?
He's the middle.
Oh, he's a total power bottom.
Oh,
Total
okay.
Power bottom. Nice in a job strap.
Oh wow, that's great. Okay, so yes, so you have questions? A question?
So yes, I need to know what should I do with the pussy grabbing. What is his technique, Mr. God, Jesus Christ? How do you do this? How do you go about just grabbing some poon?
Well, first of all, the technique is not really. There's no technique because the woman doesn't even know it's coming. All right, she's usually looking the other way. She's talking to somebody else. You go up right behind her, and you can do it from behind, like right through the butt, and go up to the front, or do it in the front if you're talking to her. But let me tell you something. Look,
Yes,
they
sir.
love it. These women love it. Believe me, I can tell you. Every time I've ever done it, no one ever gets offended. They're not calling the police. They're like, you know what? They usually
don't
laugh.
agree with
they
that,
nervously
but, yeah.
laugh, and usually because
Judy,
I
don't
know
think
they're
you want me to
attracted to
grab
me.
your pussy. I'm pretty sure.
Say that
You
again?
wouldn't want me to I don't pussy.
No, I don't like my pussy
I
being
love grabbing
grabbed.
Judy. I grab Judy all the time.
Get
Grab
your
her right
fucking
now.
hands
Look at her,
off
look
of
at her,
me.
look
Get
at
your
her,
hands
look at
off.
her. Look at her squirm.
Hands
My God.
off.
My God, I gotta get in there. I almost didn't get my hand back.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
Okay, one more question for the
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm God. Yes. I wanted to know how long has Melania,
Melania. I love her. By the way, isn't her accent sexy? He's not even listening.
Send her over here for her calendar shoot, or what's going on? Like, what's going on?
I don't. This question is awful. I don't even know what he's asking me. What are you asking me?
I want to know how long that woman has been in my country illegal.
She's first of all, she's legal. She's got her passport, okay? And I brought her in many years ago before when we got married.
Yeah, okay.
And when we were married, obviously you become a legal citizen. And she's a great lady. She's going to be an unbelievable, fantastic first lady. Believe me, she's amazing. She loves to do unbelievable things to help women's rights, and she wanted to do the march the other day, but she didn't do it. I wish I was
Melania
there for
did?
She wanted to do it, her and Ivanka, which I think was a good thing doing the march. I wish I was at the march, obviously. I could have grabbed so many pussies. But,
That's funny.
my God, there were millions of them. There are millions. The Million Pussy March, I call it. I wish I was there.
But Melania-
believe me.
I'm glad that you acknowledged that
I
there
told
were
Melania.
millions.
I told
Yeah.
Melania to march. I told her, march into the kitchen and make me a sandwich.
I don't
Nice that
think
you-
she cooks
I
for
really
you.
thought that you were right when you said that Melania. It sounds like a disease, like a venereal disease.
Right.
It really does.
I have a question, Donald. Melania, the first thing she said she was going to add to the White House is a glam room. I read.
Glam room.
Yeah,
Yes.
so she can
Yes.
get hair and makeup.
Yes, it's very important. Look who was living there before us. Okay, I mean, what was
Who?
Well, blacks.
What? So what's wrong?
Well,
what,
look,
they're not.
we're gonna bring class back to the White
What
House.
does that mean? They were the
Have you
classiest.
seen-
Look,
And they've treated you with respect. You didn't even. Why
They didn't
you,
have a glam room. They
let
didn't
me
have a
ask-
glam room.
Right.
Okay, I found 3 hair weaves.
Okay, let me say something. You got out of the car to be greeted by the Obamas, and you didn't even wait for your wife.
Left her in the dust.
Yeah. What is
On
that?
the other side
where
of the
did you
car,
fucking
just walked
learn?
out by yourself.
No gentlemanness at all.
Gentlemanness. That's a good
That's
one.
not a word.
I know,
Okay,
that's a wonderful word. He's freaking me out, Judy. I'm shaking. He's freaking me out.
look, look, let me tell you
So
something.
where did you learn your manners?
Excuse me. I wanna
money doesn't buy
let me
class,
tell you
apparently.
something about Obama, okay? Obama.
Go.
Excuse me. They're singing again. The lesbians are singing. Oh, my God, please.
She's not a lesbian.
All right, I thought she was. Anyway, let me tell you something.
Quit dreaming there, Don.
I met with Obama. I will say this about Barack. He's a very classy guy. Good
Yes.
guy. Great guy. I mean, for a black, he's a great guy. Great black. And I met with him, and even I walked the last day that he was actually at the White House. I walked him out. I was the last one to walk him out of the White House. And he's such a class act. I could still hear him saying goodbye as I was inside changing the locks. And I love his wife, nice woman, good woman. But,
Yeah, but
we got to class it up now. We're back in. Okay, that's why they call it the White House. And we're gonna have a glam room. It's gonna be a beautiful room, and it's gonna be for my wife, Melania, and Ivanka, and my stepdaughters to go in there and have a room to look beautiful because they're gonna represent this country in an unbelievable way. Believe me.
Okay.
Are the stepdaughters living there too? Is the entire clan moving in?
No, they're going to visit. Every couple of days they'll visit.
Who's going to visit?
Melania's not going to be there. She'll be with my son.
Judy, Tiffany's all over Instagram.
Tiffany Trump, yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's
beautiful
all over
girl. Beautiful girl.
Instagram.
She's very beautiful.
Why is she all over Instagram?
Apparently, there's this group of very wealthy kids that don't do anything, but they take pictures of their glamorous life, and she's apparently one of them in the White House.
I've seen those pictures.
And I will add that, a lot of people, the media is so rigged, and I come on here, and this is also the media as usual. And you guys are all everybody likes to lambaste me. And here's the deal. I love women, okay? Women love me, and I've given lots of jobs to women in the administration. Look, I gave Gnarly Fiorina a job. Can you believe that? No one thought I would do that for her. And I call her Gnarly because look at her. She looks like an old Nerf football, believe me. But she's a good lady. She's smart. I like her intelligence, and I gave her a job. So I've given a lot of jobs. I've hired thousands of women in my life, and I've hired thousands of blacks. I fired them, but I hired them.
I don't think you should say that, God, Mr.
Look,
President Toro.
This guy can't even get a word out.
I gotta talk. I'm like,
all right.
I'm
Hang on,
chomping here. I'm chomping here. I gotta talk.
Okay, thank you for calling.
I'd like to
Thank you
know.
so much. Have a great day.
Bye,
You too.
Joe.
Bye-bye.
Fun talking to you.
Good. Yes,
now,
Bet.
Listen, I want to know where were you the day, and when did you decide that you weren't going to be, that you were not racist? Because I understand.
Okay, what the fuck with this thing? Okay.
Because according to you're the least racist person in the entire world. I'm the least racist person. When did that happen? When did you become the least racist person?
Well,
because
first of all,
I got memories of you being.
I'm not racist. Okay.
What happened with the Central Park Five?
That's
What
another
happened
lie,
back
another
there?
media lie
yeah?
that I'm racist. Okay, I've never been racist in my life. I love all groups. I love all kinds of people, even if they're less than me. I still love them, even if they're not as good. Some are inferior. We all know that. Certain groups. I'm not going to name them. Chinese and black, Spanish.
Okay, all right.
Specs. But here's the deal. I love everybody. I am going to be, and I said it when I won, and I'm going to say it again, Bet, that I will be the president for all Americans. Mostly the white ones, but all of them.
Okay, then I if you say that, then please answer me this. On New Year's Eve, when you sent that lovely message, wishing everybody a happy New Year, even to your enemies. So clearly, you're not the president for all people. You have enemies.
I also brought back Merry Christmas because people were so afraid to say they were saying Happy Holidays. I couldn't say Christmas. We live in a country where you can't even say anymore. You can't say Merry Christmas because people get offended. Because God forbid
you made that up.
You're
Don.
Christian, okay?
You made that up.
First of all, Santa Claus, okay, is a great guy, good guy. Santa Claus embodies all of my voters, okay? He's white, he's middle-aged, he delivers shit for a living. Believe me, he's a great guy. I brought it back, okay? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. That's what I did, and I told everybody that we're going to start making this country first. We're going to be first again, and we're doing it.
Okay, but okay.
Why
go ahead.
are you when you wishing everybody a Merry Christmas because
That's
now
right.
you can
Yeah,
because
that's
you
right.
brought it back.
I brought it back.
What happened to like?
People love it.
And what
They
about
love
your
it.
Jewish
Putin
grandkids?
loves it. Putin loves it. Putin celebrated Christmas.
Okay, but what about you have grandkids who
That
are
are
Jewish?
They are Jewish.
So I
And
didn't hear any
we have-
Happy Hanukkah. Judy and I
Yeah.
are Jewish. I didn't hear any.
Well, we celebrated both. I mean, I have my nephews, and we did the dreidel. We did that, and then we did the real part, which was then they opened the gifts and we celebrated Christmas.
The dreidel, you didn't light a menorah?
We don't do that.
Why?
I'm afraid of a fire.
You, your advisor, Gary Cohn, your top economic advisor, is going to be walking away from Goldman Sachs with a payout of more than $100 million. How do you feel about that?
Well, he was a C-level guy. He was a CEO. He made a lot of
Right.
money. He did a great job. I mean, when you do really well and you bring up the numbers and your company does well, then you deserve to be paid. And he made
But
a lot of money.
he's
He
But
did
he
a good
was
job.
paid all along.
Yeah.
Why does he
He
need
was.
a bonus?
Because that's what C-level guys do. They get a bonus when you reach a certain number. Obviously, you don't know anything about sales.
Well,
You're an
that's
idiot.
what. Then we don't
All right?
support
When you
that.
make- you
We don't support
people.
No.
You don't support people making money and doing well because you're jealous. You're jealous. All right. We live in a democratic society, and it's free enterprise, baby.
Okay,
and,
Rex
if you want to make money, you
Tillerson,
make money.
who is your Secretary of State, he got $180 million
$180 million.
payout from ExxonMobil. Do you
Did a
think
great
that's
job.
fair?
Well,
do you think whatever he does
built-
is worth $180 million?
Look, why does a baseball player make $25 million a year? What is
Because
what does he
he's
do
the
that?
only person that can do what he's doing.
And who else can make Exxon the unbelievable, beautiful company?
Plenty
that
of
they are?
people.
I know many people.
I know
Who can
many
do it? Can
people.
you do it, Bet? Can you do it?
Yeah.
No,
What can
first
you
of
do?
all,
What can you do? What do you do?
I'm a musician.
There you go.
And what
How
about
much
the arts?
Did you make?
Yeah, what about the arts?
I make
What's with
plenty
the
of money. I don't need you to
You
fucking
can
talk
make-
about my money.
Yeah. Yeah, and when are you going to pay your fucking taxes?
How much are you worth? You're not going to tell me,
doesn't
right?
matter.
But
How much are you worth?
I'm worth. I mean, a lot. I'm not going to show
Right,
my
of
taxes.
course you're
I make
not.
a lot of money. Believe
When's
me.
the
I've done
audit
very
gonna be
well.
done?
Look,
When's the audit gonna be
I went to
done?
a really good school. All right,
What
really
school?
good. Very smart. You know what school I went to.
You went
okay?
to. You
I'm a
say
very
you went to
smart guy.
Wharton, but you went to
Very
University
smart
of
guy.
Pennsylvania.
Very smart. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't smart. Everyone
Right.
knows how smart. People even tell me, they're like, I can't believe how smart you are.
Really?
Very smart.
Who's the last person that said that to you?
My son. But
Which one, Eric or?
the autistic one. But anyway, I constantly get lots of compliments. I'm not even asking for it, but they tell me you're unbelievably bright, really bright, probably the brightest president ever in the United States, even beyond Barack, because he's not American.
You said that your cabinet has the highest IQ of
We have
any
an
other.
unbelievable.
How do you know that?
We
How
have
did you
an
get everyone's IQ?
We have an unbelievable cabinet, and these are the most top-notch, unbelievable.
Did
people
you
out there.
That's some real
Unbelievable.
diversity in
And
your
by the
cabinet.
Way,
Yeah,
excuse
why
me,
are there no?
excuse
There's
me,
one
excuse
black
me.
person,
I
Ben
did-
Carson, who's not even black, and then you have no
very fair.
Latinas.
I was very. First of all, there's thousands and thousands of positions out there. Okay, just because they're not the head of something doesn't mean that we're not hiring. Okay,
But why they're all white? Every one
you
of
just
them.
said Spanish. We don't have Spanish, but that's not true.
I said Latina.
Latina. We just hired.
Latino.
Are you out of your mind? Do you even read what's going on? You haven't been to our website. We just hired about 300 cleaning ladies.
Are they Latinos?
What else would they be?
I don't know. White.
Vietnamese? I mean, come on.
Did you see any of the signs?
Chris
that,
Christie, you noticed?
Yeah, what
I
happened
did-
to him?
That's right. I didn't put him in because, look, he's a good friend of mine. I mean, really good friend of me. I love
I'm
this
sure
guy.
he loves you right about
Yeah.
now.
Really, this guy did an unbelievable
What do you
job.
think Chris Christie is eating right
First
now?
of all, Chris Christie, look, a lot of people, no one's applauding me for what I did. I mean, people thought,
You
he's
didn't
just
do
giving
anything.
he's giving his friends jobs, okay? I didn't give him a job, all right? Because
Mm-hmm.
why? First of all, Bridgegate, okay? That's a real problem, okay? I don't want to bring in any drama, chaos into
Mm-hmm.
the White House. Number two, I mean, if you're going to be on Capitol Hill, you got to be able to climb it, okay? He's 500 pounds. He walks, he's
Right.
out of breath. All
You're
right?
pretty overweight as well.
I'm not that. I'm actually doing Pilates 2 days a week, okay? And I'm on steroids, all
Okay.
right? And I'm tough. I'm real tough. Believe me, I might look a little budgy. I'm tough. I just stared down a black guy in the subway. I'm real tough. And let me tell you something about Chris Christie, okay?
Yes.
He doesn't belong in the White House. He belongs in the White Castle. That's where he belongs. I mean, the guy's off. He's
I
a
have
good
to
guy,
say,
but he doesn't belong in there.
We finally have common ground.
He went to endorse me. We couldn't find him when he endorsed me. I thought he was in the Rose Garden. He was in the Olive Garden.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
So, do you want to hear some of the signs that people had at the march?
I do. Yeah,
Okay.
I do. And I mean, by the way, the media is so rigged that they the next day they show these pictures, and they're completely false. I mean,
what about
we had probably the most people ever at my inauguration. Okay, this is a fact. Look, my inauguration had more people attending than the birth of Jesus Christ.
There weren't that many people.
By the way, no offense to Jesus, but I got more followers. Okay, he had 12 apostles. I got 20 million on Twitter.
You made fun of a handicap man. Here's a video of it right now.
I wasn't making fun of him. All right.
Well, what were you doing?
I was trying to show him how a normal person talks with their hands.
But you're imitating him. You're saying, and
I
he
wasn't.
said,
well, he said
whatever.
something. Excuse me. He said something stupid. Okay.
What did
and
he
I was
say?
just going, you don't know what you're talking about, because he was being. I was just showing him how ridiculous he was.
Right.
You know why I don't believe you? Because you never did that any other time during your entire campaign.
Right. Except to
The entire campaign, you never did that, except with that reporter, that New York Times reporter.
I thought he was being inappropriate. Okay, so I was showing him how a normal person should talk with this. I thought it was funny. I wasn't making fun of him. I was just being silly, and he couldn't take the joke. Because the media's rigged, and they can't take a sense of humor. I do one thing, they take it out of context. What about all the rest of the time I have talked to him in the past, and I've never made fun of him? I never even did an impression
okay.
of him.
What about how?
I could have done a lot. I could have been frothing at the mouth. And I didn't do that when I did his impression, did I? Or walk with a limp like he walks.
Right. You said about the White House that they have the most beautiful phones you've ever used.
Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. I mean, I have beautiful phones in the Trump.
And it's
hotel,
the
but
world's
beautiful.
most secure system. The words just explode in the air.
I got first of all, you can't even call out. You get
Right.
I tried to call out. I was calling Burger King, and I had to deal with an operator. It was unbelievable. I wasn't used to it. Very, very, very well. It's like an oiled machine. Unbelievably organized.
It's so funny that you're saying all these really, really positive things about the White House when, you did nothing but bash the White House for 15 months.
Yeah.
Well, because they look. We're draining the swamp. All right, we're draining the swamp, and we're getting. You know what I mean by drain the swamp? I'm getting rid of real politicians.
Okay, but you're putting in all these billionaires who have just screwed the
big decision makers.
Great.
The big decision makers, and they're the best at what they do. Okay.
Did you notice that your wife looked miserable?
She's gorgeous. She's so good. She was tired. She was very tired.
I thought you both looked miserable,
Yeah,
actually.
you look miserable. You're never
Very long
smiling.
day.
There's no chemistry. I mean,
lot of chemistry.
You have no chemistry with Melania.
That's not true. Look,
I've seen
I'm very
Melania's
intimate with
tits.
her,
How does
very
that make you feel?
It makes
I've
me
seen
feel
photos
a
of her
little-
tits.
How are they?
They're
beautiful.
nice.
They're beautiful. They're perky. They're very perky.
They are, but
They're very
I've never
perky,
seen
very
another
perky.
first lady's tits.
They're very perky.
I'd like to make a prediction.
Yeah.
Very perky.
Go ahead.
I don't think that. I don't
You know
think,
what? You squeeze those boobs. You know what happens, right? Russian vodka comes out. Beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yes. Go ahead.
I don't think your marriage is going to last.
Well, we've been together for a long time. Okay,
Not
so for me
that
to say
long.
that's another stupid.
So what? 17
comment.
years? That's
Stupid.
not.
Yeah.
That's not a long time. Really? How many marriages
Do you
last
have
that long?
How often do you have sex with Melania?
But very often. Very often.
Really?
With Melania, not alone. Is that the question?
Yeah, I just want to know if you have an active sex life.
We do. I mean, I'm so busy. I'm out working all the time. I only get about 3 hours of sleep at night. And she goes to bed early because she's got my son. And many times we'll have some sort of passionate intercourse. I mean, she's
Okay, I don't want to hear about it.
Why the hell did you name him Baron anyway?
Well,
Yeah.
She's not awake when we're doing it, but we do it.
Hey,
okay?
do you know Bill Cosby?
I never met Bill, but
Okay.
he's
You
he's
said
emailed
that
me
you are going to send the feds to Chicago
to get Bill Cosby.
To fix the horrible carnage.
A lot
That's
of
one
carnage,
of your.
a lot of
you
carnage,
get. It
a
seems
lot of
like you
carnage.
get
The
obsessed
blacks
with
are
the word.
killing- A lot of carnage.
exactly.
Right.
The blacks
So
love killing
you're-
each other, don't
Donald.
they? Which is good. They're not
Right.
killing white people.
You seem to get obsessed with words like
I
tremendous.
love the word tremendous, fantastic, unbelievably fantastic. I thought
Carnage is a
tremendous
new word.
fantastic
Carnage is a
word.
new word. Have you
A
ever?
lot of carnage. A
Well,
lot of carnage.
Have you ever completed a sentence?
Have I ever completed a?
So, can I?
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
There's
I was
a lot
gonna-
of
I was
black
gonna
crime-
ask about-
black crime. Everybody, very bad, very bad. And Obama never did anything about it. And he's black.
Right.
Can you believe? You think he'd help his brothers out?
Right.
He never did a thing to help the blacks, and they're killing each other. They're killing. It's very sad. Very sad. They're killing each other, and we're going to do something about it. We're going to go to Chicago, and we're going to. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to.
You said
go
you're
in
going to
there.
send in the feds. What is that
Well,
like?
I don't
It's
know
like
what
you
we're gonna
happened
do.
to see
I
a
think
Judy Collins album that said "Send in the
we're gonna-
clowns," and you said, "All right, let's send in the feds." Is
We're
that,
going to build. First of all, we're going to lower the crime because the crime there is unbelievable. It's
how are
awful.
you going to do that?
We're going to build a train line, a subway line, that when you get on it, okay, it's a one-stop express, and it lets out at the inside of a police station.
Right.
And we're going to lure the blacks on the subway with like a street fair.
All the blacks?
A lot of them, because a lot
Okay.
of the crime. There's a lot of crime,
Right.
and we're going to lure them on there, and they're going to get on there. And maybe we'll just, I don't know, we'll have a barbecue on the train.
Right.
And they'll just go in there, eat, and they'll let them ride off inside of a police station. And we're going to get a lot of the people that we're trying to find, because a lot of gangbangers, a lot of bad people, and they're black.
That's awfully nice to feed them.
A lot of bad
You
blacks.
gonna feed them on the subway?
We're gonna lure them in. They're gonna go, oh my god!
Oh, you're luring them in
my
with
god! There's
food?
a barbecue. There's a barbecue inside the subway. Then they get in. The door is shut. They can't get out.
Now, I want to read some of the signs that were at the march and get your take on them.
You know, the march that had more people than your inauguration.
And were you surprised that people marched all over the world? It wasn't only in America, that other countries hate you, that you are despised.
I love it. I love it. You know, some of the greatest people in the world have been hated. You got to be, if you know, I'd rather be hated than feared, and I'm hated, and I love it. I think it's great. I think it's good for people to hate somebody, because you can't hate somebody unless you love them, and that means down deep they love me, and I love being loved.
Okay.
By the way, Hillary.
I don't know how you got there,
I got to
but
say
I
something
admire
about
it.
Hillary. I got to say something about.
Excuse me.
No, I'm
Crooked
not.
Hillary.
me.
Crooked Hillary.
Excuse me.
Crooked Hillary.
You know
we all know
what?
she's crooked, everybody.
What is your?
Haven't seen her since the election. We haven't seen her.
Donald, I want to ask you a question.
She's crooked.
Kellyanne Cuntway, your
Cuntway.
Yes.
It's not a nice word to say.
Well,
okay, don't call her a
that's
cunt.
how I feel
Call
she
her
is.
a bitch. She's a bitch.
She's a cunt.
she.
She's a bitch cunt. She's a bitch cunt, and that's what we love to call her.
Anyway,
But she's good. She's real
Kelly
good. Give her a good job.
Said that when she was
You see the outfit she
cornered.
wore? Do you see the outfit she wore?
Yeah,
at
she
the-
looked like a soldier.
Like a toy
March
soldier.
of the
Looked like
She
Titans
the
was-
greeter at
March
FAA
of the
Yeah.
toy
Is she doing the
soldiers.
Nutcracker? Is that what's going on?
She March of the Toy Soldier. She was
Yes.
amazing.
Is she
looked
now?
great.
She
Loved
was
it.
cornered by a reporter.
She was. And then he
and
groped her.
No, his name is Chuck Todd. Said that caught her in a lie, and she said these are alternative facts. What are alternative facts?
The facts that are different than the facts that you think are facts.
So they're lies.
They're not lies.
How do you back up an alternative fact?
Because there's a lot of different ways to construe things. That's why we don't know. I mean, look, give me something
Well, there
that
are
was
certain things
what
that have
fact did she
gray
give?
areas, but there are certain
Correct.
things
Like
that
your
are
vagina. Like your vagina.
That's very funny.
Like your pussy that I'll still grab, even though it's white.
So
It looks like a winter wonderland down there.
now. I want to read some of these signs.
Hang on a second.
Okay?
Before you do it, let me take my pants off.
No, I don't want you to take
Please
your
don't.
pants off.
I just ate my belt buckles. Killing me. My God, I had those burgers. Go ahead.
Okay. My sign.
Crooked Hillary. She's crooked.
I wrote a sign for my girl.
I can't wait to put her in jail. I'm going to put her in jail. Yeah, I thought about it, and I've been talking to a lot of you gay women out there, and you got me so pissed off that I'm going to put her in jail, and I'm going to put her in a Mexican jail, and she's going to be. You know what they're going to call her? The pig in the pantsuit.
Okay.
She's crooked.
Loves
to lie.
Here are some of the There was a sign that someone said, "Restore dignity and integrity." Do you think you have any dignity or integrity?
I've got a lot. I've got a lot. People tell me all that they're like, Donald, we can't believe how honest you are. They love my honesty, and everyone's afraid to be honest. You know, everyone's so PC about everything. They love the fact that I'm so honest about everything.
My girlfriend, my lesbian lover, is a therapist, and her sign said, "I'm a therapist. You're a narcissist." How do you feel about that?
Well, I have to look up what a narcissist is. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
What's a narcissist?
It's someone who is
All about
obsessed
themselves.
with
I'm
themselves.
not upset. Look, excuse me. If I was so obsessed with myself, I wouldn't be running for president.
Right.
This is not about me. It's about you. I'm doing this for you guys.
When
I
did
don't
you
need to do
start
it.
caring
I'm rich.
about
I'm
the?
filthy rich.
When did you start
Loaded.
caring about the
Crooked Hillary?
the little guy, the little man, and his small business? When did you?
Yeah.
I
when
love
did
the
you
little
start?
guy because
You did say you love the uneducated, which is good because that's how you got elected.
I do.
But
I do. A lot of these guys, trust me, a lot of these guys that are my supporters would have come out and done even a lot more, but a lot of them don't have a car because they live in East Bumfuck and they don't have a TV to know what's going on. But believe me, they're very supportive.
we're
going to help the little guy. We're going to get rid of the big guys on Wall Street, and we're going to help Main Street.
You mean the big
me.
guys that are taking the $140 million bonuses,
bonus payouts.
leaving their corporate world to come and work for your
They
ass?
are, but they're gonna give that money. We're gonna dole out that money and help out the little guy. believe me.
okay.
They're gonna donate that money.
They're not going to donate it, but they're going to be creating more jobs. So
With
people
the extra money that they got,
that don't have much can make some money. And when I mean much, I'm talking about blacks and Spanish, and whatever. Jews,
Okay,
whatever.
so you said once that to save water, okay, your thought is we'll use Gatorade to water our crops, electrolytes. It's what
That's
plants crave.
Electrolytes, yeah. They
Now,
believe me, I
my
saw the commercials.
son-
I watched those commercials.
My son did an experiment where he.
I met your son the last time I was here, by the way.
My
Nice kid, good
yeah,
kid,
thank
good looking,
you.
tall, big time. I want to climb him. Big kid, big guy.
It's
Good kid.
the younger son did.
He's not gay, is he? He's
no,
not gay.
my sons
He's
are not
normal.
gay.
He's normal.
But they
He's
love
normal.
gay people.
He's normal though, right?
You're not normal. Anyway, he did an experiment for science where he gave a plant. He fed the
Gatorade.
plant soda.
Gatorade.
And the
it grew.
plant
Got
died.
big.
It died. It didn't
died,
even
no,
fucking.
I looked it up.
Didn't even
I looked it up. Excuse me. I looked it up.
grow.
It died of depression.
Okay.
All right. It was depressed. There were no other plants in the room. It had no one to
There
talk
was
to.
another sign that says, "Please don't destroy the earth."
Why would I do that? I love the earth. I love the earth.
okay, but do
And
you
we're gonna,
believe-
We're going to, believe me, we're going to take over other planets. Believe me. United States of Mercury. That's going to be the next slogan.
Okay. Russian coup, Putin's lapdog.
By the way, Russia, we don't even know if they're hacking. I mean, come on, we don't even know. Okay, a lot of people could be hacking. There's hackers all over the place. And let me tell you something. Hacking could be like a little fat guy in his mother's basement doing this.
Right.
We don't know. So please, authorities, listen to what I'm saying. Find Rosie O'Donnell. She could be the one doing it. Believe me, she could be doing it.
No.
She fits the profile.
Jesus
believe me,
isn't a
believe me.
dick, so keep him out of my pussy.
That's, you know what? That's disrespectful to God.
Okay.
Okay, very disrespectful. I'm a
Now,
man
there's
of
a
the
lot of
cloth.
people that have signs that say, "Not my president." Here's
the-
one where
it's
it's
too
a
bad they
picture
feel
of
that
you
way.
with Hitler, and it says, "America's fascist is not my president, not now, not ever." How do you feel about people?
Excuse me.
And did you see the photo
Hitler
of
was a
your
good speaker.
hands next to Barack Obama's hands?
I didn't see that. No. Why? What did it say?
It's just
I
that his
don't watch.
hands are so much bigger than yours, and yours are tiny.
I do, but you know what they say about men with short hands?
But
Huge vaginas.
the someone had
Unbelievably
a
huge
sign
vagina.
that
Black vaginas.
someone had a sign that said "tiny hands, huge asshole." How do you feel about
that's
people
a good
calling
one.
you
That's
an
a good
asshole?
one. I'm not a look. You know what? They're what you call distractors. The detractors. They love to create trouble, and it's okay. It doesn't. I let it roll off my back. It's not a big deal. All right? These guys,
lot
they're
of-
little losers. They're
A
disasters.
lot of people had free Melania
Yes, I saw-
signs.
yeah.
Or
Why?
Melania,
She's
please
not a hostage.
call us
She can
if
leave
you
whenever
need
she
help.
wants. She can leave when she wants.
Really? So
Believe me.
you wouldn't
And
stop
if she
her
leaves,
from
I don't really.
leaving?
Why would I care? I got Ivanka. Okay, that marriage won't last forever. Believe me.
What do you mean you have Ivanka?
I got Ivanka. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful daughter.
But
Beautiful
she's married to someone
daughter.
else,
But I
and
know,
she's
but
your
we don't-
daughter.
We don't know if it's going to last much longer. So if it doesn't, I have my daughter. Melania wants to leave. She can leave. She's taking English classes. She's doing really well. Believe me, she's third week now taking English classes. She can actually form an actual word and sentence, and it actually makes sense now.
Isn't she like advertising her like line of jewelry or something like that on the White House website?
She's doing it. We're going to have an amazing line of clothing on the White House. White House outfits. It's going to be beautiful.
That's great. So you're into them continuing, their businesses.
Absolutely, because we're teaching America how to create jobs, and a lot of the jobs we're creating are the ones we're creating on our own. And we're going to hire people, and we're going to continue to make this country great again. That's what free enterprise.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
Yes.
You're getting on my nerves already. I can tell you. I liked you in the beginning. You're getting on my nerves.
I want to ask you about the wall.
Give me a kiss.
No fucking way.
Okay, I tried.
No. I want to ask you about the wall. Okay, so
the wall,
it says today.
By the way, the way you said it, because you're already being negative, because you're part of the rigged media, it's going to be 10 feet high. Every time you get negative, it's going to be 10 feet higher, believe me.
Okay, but you say, okay, we're going to shell out the money now to pay for the wall,
Right.
but Mexico's going to pay for it. Believe me.
You're an idiot. I'm going to kill her. Can I hit her? Is that
If you
illegal?
touch her, I'll fucking kill you.
I have to put her in a headlock.
How are you so sure? How is Mexico going to pay for it?
They're going to pay for it. If not monetarily, there's other ways to get them to pay, okay? There's taxing them, okay, on their goods, their imports, their exports. There's a lot of ways that you can go after them and make them pay for something. It doesn't always have to be monetarily, okay? If you knew that, but you're not reading anything.
Did you hear that they had when you went down there to visit the president?
Mexico loves me, by the way. They love me.
No, they don't.
Love me a lot.
No, they
hate you.
They hate you. As a matter of fact, they had all these little towns had piñatas of you that they were batting at.
And look, they know that I'm only going to get rid of the bad Mexicans, not all Mexicans. The rigged media loves to say it. Not all of them. We love who's going to mow the lawn. Okay, we're going to keep a lot of good Mexicans here. We're going to get rid of the bad ones, and by bad ones I mean gang leaders, the band Menudo, Selena Gomez, anyone who plays soccer. They can get the fuck out.
We're told that you're obsessed with the protests, and more than the fact that there are horrible things going on in the world and things that you have to do. You're more obsessed with the number of people who were at the inauguration, this voter fraud that didn't happen.
A lot of people.
You already won. Why are you
Because
concerned with voter fraud?
I would have won the popular vote if there wasn't so many illegal people voting. We all know that.
Well, that has been proven.
It's going to come out.
I think you're shooting yourself in the foot there, Don.
It's going to come out. The fake news is telling everybody that these people were illegal. They were illegal, believe me. I've checked with my sources, and it's going to come out.
3 to 5 million?
Many more than that. A lot of people didn't vote. I mean, a lot of people, believe me. I mean, I would have gotten a lot more black votes, but they're like 5 hours late to the polls. They were closed.
Yeah, I know.
So Chelsea Handler is under fire.
She's under a lot of fire, and I don't even know if Monica's going to be friends with her anymore. Quite honestly, because her mother's crooked. She's crooked, folks. She's rigged.
She
crooked
said
Hillary
that
loves to lie.
she hasn't had you or Melania on the show, and what would you talk about? Melania barely speaks English.
That's what she said.
Yes,
she said that. She said that.
Melania, talk about what? She can barely speak English.
She said that about my wife.
Yes.
Chelsea. Mm-hmm. Man, I'll put her in prison too. Believe me, I'll put her right in there with her mother. The two of them, 2 pigs in pantsuits.
Do you think Melania is attracted to you?
She's good. Oh yeah, she loves me. Believe me, she's very tender. When we are very passionate, I'm not going to get into it, but when we're passionate together, I look at her eyes, and hers are closed, but I look at them and I just see nothing but respect. A lot of respect.
Do you feel at all?
I'm like a father figure for
that,
her. I'm like a father figure. I'm a lot older than she is. I'm like 70. She's like 12.
Do you feel at all?
I get them young when they're very easy to mold. I like molding people. I love art.
Do you feel? You said that Meryl Streep is an overrated actress.
She's a disaster. Come on, she's a complete disaster.
She's beloved.
She's horrible.
Did you?
She was good in The Deer Hunter.
Did you
she was good in The Deer Hunter.
Did
she
you
was
see
good in that
Sophie's
movie.
Choice?
Look, I don't even know what it was about. Was it about?
It was about
abortion?
the Holocaust.
I thought it was about abortion.
Yeah.
I thought she was confused about giving up the baby. I didn't see Sophie's Choice, but I do know I saw her in the Deer Hunter. I thought she was good in the Deer Hunter. She was good. I mean, she didn't do much. She just looked, sad and homely. I thought De Niro did an amazing job.
Right.
But
he hates you. Robert De Niro hates you.
We actually spoke, and you know
No,
what?
you didn't. You're lying now.
I'm not lying.
That's an alternate fact.
That's an alternative fact.
It's whatever fact you want to call it. I spoke. I reached out to him. I'm not saying he reached back, but I reached out, and we're getting along.
That's not actually speaking.
We're getting along. Well, I spoke to him. I left him a message, and I just said, I want to make peace, and I want to work together.
But he hates you.
Well, I don't think.
What do you want to make peace with?
I think he misunderstands me.
What did you and Steve Harvey talk about? I know that you met with Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey, good guy. Good guy, great guy, another great black guy. One of the I meet a lot of blacks, but he's real good. He acts white, and he's a very nice guy. And I don't think he acts white. Well, he's a little bit. He looks a little bit, but nice guy, real nice guy. I want to work with him more and other things. I think he's going to be really good.
Like what?
Well, I think it'd be good to have as a good spokesperson for the White House. He's a celebrity, and a lot of celebrities are left wing, and he's not. He gets it, and he understands what we're doing, and we're doing amazing things.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
Do you feel at all?
No, wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong, right? I know it's gonna. I feel it. Whatever's gonna come out, it's gonna be wrong.
Do you feel overwhelmed by the amount of work?
It's a lot of work.
It is.
But that's why I delegate. I delegate people to do lots of things. I got Pence, and
are you afraid
Valley Fury, and I got a lot of good ones.
Do you like the Secret Service? Are you afraid that someone?
I do.
Might...
I respect them, and they respect me, and we're working together. We have to work together. We have to get along. It's very important.
Right.
Because they're going to be the ones dealing with a lot of the terrorists. And we know who the terrorists are, obviously. They're telling me all the time, we know who they are. We need, they're the Muslims, and we're going to get rid of them, believe me. I stopped eating hummus about 3 months ago. I'm boycotting everything. No more hummus for everybody.
Your lie about illegal votes.
I never lied. Not a lie. Okay, it's true. I don't want to talk about it again. We're going over this.
There
again.
are 16 states that are working on legislation to suppress voters. These are black voters, low-income voters, people who, have to work and can't get to the polls.
You got to make it to the polls.
Right.
I mean, come on.
But some people can't miss a day of work because then their kids won't eat. What do you think of the poor? They're poor.
We're going to have a new law that people can finally get out and
what
vote,
about
they can leave McDonald's for 20 minutes and go vote.
What are you going to do about health care? You said they're going to repeal and replace.
We're repealing it.
What are you going to replace it with?
We're repealing it, and we can't wait, folks. And it's going to be so great when we do it because we're going to find a good replacement. And now Americans are going to have a good choice in their premiums and not going to go skyrocketed like Obama did.
How do you feel that
a complete disaster?
Over 128 million votes were cast in 2016, and there have been just 4 documented cases of voter fraud, and at least 3 of them, most likely 4 of them, of the illegal voters supported you. Out of 128, and on the same note, in the Women's March.
Excuse me. What's your source? Where's your source? Who's saying it? What, CNN? They're fake news.
No, it's not.
Who's
CNN is not
Who's
fake news.
Who's
but CNN, when they were they fake news when they called you president?
They're fake news.
Really? Even when they said you were going to win?
Fox. I have to say, Fox has done a great job, and I have a lot of respect for Fox. And we got past Megyn Kelly, who was bleeding out every hole there, but. CNN, they're fake news. Where everybody knows it, nobody watches it. They're doing horribly. They're doing horribly numbers and ratings.
How does it feel to be one of the most hated human beings in the world?
I'm not hated, misunderstood.
No, I think it's hated.
I think it's I think it is too.
I think you're misunderstood there.
Yeah.
No, misunderstood because they don't know what I'm about, and I think they're afraid of change. And once they see the change, they're gonna start loving me again. Believe me.
So I've read bit about you and your father.
Good book.
Yeah.
Would you read my book?
I didn't read your book because you didn't write it. But your father was really kind of ashamed of you.
Really good guy. Well, he
didn't hug you.
He never touched me. Wasn't very affectionate.
Yeah, but he also thought you were an idiot. So how do you feel that?
Do you feel bad that I was never touched?
No, I don't give a shit.
That I was
But
never
I
hugged?
feel
Do you
like
feel bad for me that I had a rough childhood?
no, you didn't have a rough childhood. I
But I was never
don't-
touched. Now,
What
hold me now.
about
You
your
touch me now.
psychological?
Touch me now.
Don't touch me.
Come on. Come on.
What about your
Lonely, very
father?
lonely.
What is it that you didn't get from your father that makes you such a horrible? Like, if you could have changed
I
one
was a
thing
bad
about
kid.
your
I was
childhood?
a bad kid too. Did you know that?
Well,
I used to
yes,
get a
but
lot
if
of
you
trouble.
could have-
I used to get a lot of trouble. I had to go to a boarding school. It was a lot of trouble.
If you could change one thing about your childhood, what would it?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely. I wish I would. Nothing. I was.
When you
very
laid the
thankful.
wreath at Arlington National Cemetery,
I laid it by one of
were
the
you
white,
thinking
one of the
about
white tombstones.
Yes. Were you thinking about?
I couldn't find the black ones. Where are the black ones? They must be in the back.
They're all white. They're all the tombstone is white.
No,
They're
I
all
know,
white.
but I'm talking about the black people buried there.
There's plenty of black people,
But they're
buried
in the
there.
back. They put them in
They're
the back.
not in the back.
Well, I couldn't find them.
Anyway, when you put the wreath,
They did
there,
a good job, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, you know why
At
they do
the
a good
cemetery.
job. Why do
Were-
they get? You know why they do a good job?
Why?
The groundskeeping is amazing. It's beautiful, beautiful cemetery. The Mexicans are unbelievable.
When you put the wreath up, were you thinking about, how were your feet hurting like they hurt when you got deferred from going to Vietnam? Were your feet
I got
hurting?
because I had bad feet. You can't be in
Right.
a war if
Were
you
you
have bad
thinking
feet.
about
I wanted to
your
go to
bad
Vietnam.
feet?
I wanted
Which
to fight.
foot was
I
it,
couldn't
by the
fight.
way?
Yeah.
It was the left one.
Really?
The
Your
left foot.
What was
just
wrong
killed.
with that?
I had athlete's foot.
No, I don't think that.
It was
I don't think that can get you out of the-
peeling. It itched. It was awful. Absolutely, I couldn't move in my shoes.
Here it says that you were deferred. Got 5 draft deferments during the Vietnam War.
Vietnam War. Yep, I was gonna.
4 were for college, and 1 was for bad feet.
I had bad feet. Very bad feet.
But you were an athlete.
I was. I just didn't do. I wasn't very good at stuff where you had to run. I couldn't. I can't run. I can't move very well.
But you had bone
Big
spurs
feet, by the
in
way.
your
I had big
heels.
feet.
They
By
said
the
you
way,
had bone
You want to see
spurs.
my feet? You want to see my? They're big.
No, I don't want to
They're
see
big.
your feet.
No, they're little actually.
They're actually
Not-
tiny,
no, I have
like
small,
your hands.
small hands, but big feet. Very big feet.
What's the
Very
story
big.
with your hair? It's so ugly.
It's real. It's real.
I know it's real. I know
Everyone
it's
thought
real.
It was, the ring media
No
for
one
years
thinks
said
it's
it was
fake.
fake.
No one thinks it's
real.
fake.
It's real.
Everyone thinks that it's
Completely
just fucking.
real.
We all
Completely
saw
real.
Jimmy Fallon grab your hair,
Completely
wake it
real.
up. We've all
Completely
seen
real.
What
He's
is
the
that
only one who grabs it.
hairstyle? What
Melania
is
won't
that
touch it.
hairstyle? What is it?
It's called the Trump. It's original. Nobody does it. Nobody has a hair like me. It's it's very what women call debonair. Very debonair. My hair. Very debonair. And beautiful, beautiful hair. Lots of hair. Melania
You
puts
sure
her
that
hands
you
in it.
weren't misunderstanding them for saying full of air, full of air?
Melania loves to run her fingers through my hair. Believe me. Believe me. She found it. She found money in there last week.
Wow, that's great. If you could say anything to the people who hate your guts and are scared, and
This is the longest question. By the
No,
way,
I just
her
is there
questions suck.
anything?
They absolutely.
I mean,
suck.
like you
Fucking idiot.
went to these sacred
Still going. The
places, and
question's
you
still
spoke
going.
about yourselves, and CIA
What I did.
agents were very, very upset that you went on the sacred ground, and it was all about you and your fucking
What sacred ground? What
election.
sacred ground? What sacred
when you
ground? What are you
just met
talking
at
about?
the
Spoke at the wall at the CIA.
wall at the CIA.
I spoke at the wall. What are you talking about?
In
The
front
memorial
of the wall.
wall, the CIA memorial wall.
You mean for the
Okay.
people that have been killed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the line
I don't
of
like
duty.
people that
CIA
have, I don't
employees
like
who
people that
died
have
in the
died.
line of
I
service.
don't like. Excuse me.
And you
excuse me,
started
excuse me,
talking about
excuse me,
yourself, and you
excuse me,
hired people to clap for
excuse me,
you.
excuse
You
me.
hired people to clap for you.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I like winners. I don't care about the people that have died. Okay, those are losers. I like people that survive and win
Okay,
big.
but-
okay.
I heard, but you did pay people to clap for you.
Yeah, what is that?
I didn't pay him.
as a-
No,
it was-
you paid them. Is that part of your
It
job
was-
No,
creation?
I don't think he did pay
It
them
was a
because I
donation.
heard a rumor.
Excuse me, bitch. It was a donation.
excuse
okay?
me?
Excuse
She's
me?
I didn't mean it, but she's a bitch. Okay, she's a complete bitch. Donation. It was a donation. I didn't pay him. It was
Wait,
a donation.
how did you
Charity. Write off.
I heard that when you came down that escalator, that great day, that first
beautiful
day,
day.
when you
Beautiful,
announced
beautiful
it.
day,
I heard
beautiful
that
day,
you paid
fantastic,
paid all
amazing
those
day.
people to be there too, but
We didn't
never
pay
paid them.
We never paid any. They wanted to be there. Believe me. Believe me, it's a lie. You're lying. You're a lying bitch. Sorry.
Excuse me?
I'm just saying.
Don't call my guest, my co-host,
Come on,
a
give
bitch.
me a hug. Give me a hug.
Don't
Give me-
touch me,
touch
you
her.
fucking asshole.
My dad never held me.
Kirsten Gillibrand. Kirsten.
I have to go in 4 minutes, by the way.
That's great.
I have a
Kirsten,
meeting with real people that are going to make changes. Okay, I'm not going to deal with negativity.
Kirsten Gillibrand is
Who's
the
that?
only.
Who's that?
She
Who the
is
fuck
our
is that?
senator from New York.
Oh yeah, she's awful. She's bad, very bad at what she does.
Really? Well, Kirsten Gillibrand is the only senator who has. Is she a congressperson or no?
She's not a senator.
She's a congressperson.
Uh-huh.
Kirsten Gillibrand is the only person who has voted no to everything you have tried to pass. How do you feel about that?
I don't mind it because she's got a mind of her own. I think it's great. I think I'm hiring people that are going to challenge my ideas because that's why I hired them. I want people that are good at what they do. I don't
But
want
you
people
didn't
that are
hire
gonna be
her.
guessing me.
You didn't hire her.
I'm not worried about it. She'll be fired.
you-
She's going to get fired anyway. At some point, she'll be fired. It won't matter. She likes me, actually. She actually likes me. She sent me a nice email.
You also
Another fan.
want to
Another
sign
fan.
an executive order this week to prohibit the U.S. from accepting Syrian refugees.
Right, that's right. We got to worry about that because these people are coming in. And
They
we
did
don't-
that to the Jews.
We need to
Do
vet
you-
them. Well, I know it. Look what the Jews have done. We got to vet. We got to vet these people coming in because we don't know if they're men or women or children. We don't know if they're part of ISIS.
Right.
Or Al Qaeda. We don't know. We're not doing enough vetting, and until we have a process where we can vet them, we're not going to let anybody in. We're going to close our borders. They can go to other countries, Germany, Scotland, Greenland. I don't care where they take them, but we're not going to take them here.
The
Shutting the borders down.
senior staff
Shutting the borders
members.
down. And by the way, we let
now
a lot
have
of Jews
private.
in. We let a lot of Jews in. So when you're saying something like that,
That
again,
we
fake
didn't.
news.
We
fake
actually-
news. We brought
they're-
a lot of Jews in.
Okay.
And look at the damage they've done.
Your grandkids are Jewish.
They're good kids. They're good kids.
Okay.
Not all Jews are bad.
Your senior staff all have private RNC email accounts.
That's correct.
How is that okay when you have just, the carnage, using your
lot
word,
of carnage,
you
lot of
caused
carnage.
to Hillary Clinton and her campaign? How is it okay? How is that okay?
I don't have an answer for that. We're gonna finish. We're trying to figure it out. Everybody's gonna have a way to communicate, and a lot of stuff is not the business of Americans. It's private because it's gonna. We don't want to obviously be susceptible to our enemy finding out what we're doing, what we're talking about.
Right.
And some of these things they have to be. Like CIA. They have to be very, very, very. Documented and
Right.
protected, and it's between us. None of your business.
Okay. So, is there anything that
I'd like
you...
a kiss before I leave.
No,
I
no
gotta
one's
leave.
kissing
I gotta
you.
leave. I'd like a kiss.
Is that a new Make America Great Again hat?
This is a new hat. We're making it so great, and we're gonna start making these hats here. By the way, we're gonna have them made by the blacks in the ghetto. They'll make them we'll pay them like $5 a hat. No more China. No more China.
China. I have a friend named Bob DiBuono who told me his mother was going to be calling in.
She never
to
called
ask
in.
you.
She never called in. Can you believe this?
No,
she never called in.
I have been waiting.
She never called. I can't believe we haven't gotten one. We got like 2 phone calls.
Right,
the whole
we
time.
did,
The show's
and
so
then-
successful. My God, nobody called in.
Well, I think everyone hates you.
Well, that's the
Nobody called.
You
Can
know, and
believe
it's-
this?
it's-
Unbelievable.
Nobody really wants to talk to you because they won't believe anything that you say.
Exactly.
I mean, like for instance, like the idea of like all of a sudden you're gonna launch an investigation on the voters, on the fraudulent
We are,
voters.
because we got to figure out who these people are. These people are very dangerous.
But
If they're-
yesterday you weren't going to have it launched an investigation, but somebody in the press conference
we did-
said
we
something
figured
about
it out.
investigation.
Well,
Right.
we got to have to figure it out. We have to figure out who these people are because it's dangerous when it's a lot of fraud going. I don't even like the popular. I like the popular vote. I don't like the electoral college. I think we have to eliminate that.
Why do you-
and believe me, I shouldn't be the one saying that because I won the electoral college. It's the only college I can't get sued for.
I want to know why you think that Mexico's going to pay for the wall. Like, why do you even think
Because it's in their best interest to do it. I mean, they have to because look, they have a lot of people and gang leaders and drugs coming across the border, and the more that happens, the less that we can help their country out because we have to deal with a drug war, and this war has been going on for years. I mean, we can't get past it, and so it's in their best interest. They're going to help out. Believe me, we're gonna tax them real big, and we'll stop sending people to Playa del Carmen and all these other tourist places. They love it. They need our tourism. They need it big. Believe me, that's the only thing they have there. They have nothing. What, fajitas? They got nothing. They offer nothing. Mexicans are good for nothing. Believe me. But tourism, they need us for tourism. That I can tell you.
All right.
I have to go, but I will be back again.
Are you sleeping at the White House tonight?
No, tonight I'll be in New York. I'll be in New York tonight.
And then I heard you're going to Mar-a-Lago next weekend.
He's autistic.
And you're going to Mar-a-Lago next weekend.
You knew that, right? You knew that, and I'm honest. I mean, you saw me at the inauguration. You saw the video of him sitting there. He looks retarded. But he's autistic.
Well, I'm sorry
if
that is the
case. Not retarded, but
he's I'm sorry, but there's many autistic people who live great lives.
Well, I don't think he'll live past 12, but he's a good kid.
That's great. So, you always said that the president never worked, and he always playing golf, and you're going to Mar-a-Lago next weekend.
Beautiful golf course, unbelievable.
So that's 2 weeks into the presidency.
19 holes. We have 19 holes. We have an extra hole on a golf course. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Not even 18. We have 19.
No, that's an extra asshole on the golf course.
Oh, well, you know what?
Thank you, Beth.
I really want to hit her, smack her. I want to hit her with a shovel.
Donald, I can't. Will you come back?
I'll be back soon. Let me get some stuff. We didn't even talk about the waterboarding, by the way. I got to go. I'm signing all that today. The waterboarding. By the way, we're gonna bring back torture. That's why I'm looking at. I'm looking at Bette over here. She's gonna be the first contestant. We're gonna bring back torture, and believe me, waterboarding. It's not even that bad. Believe me. And believe
How do you know, by the way?
Because we're gonna have all types of torture. We're gonna have waterboarding. If we find a terrorist on the water, they'll be inboard, outboarded. Okay. If it's during the winter, they'll be snowboarded. Believe me, we're gonna get everybody, and we're gonna get them to talk, and we're gonna find out who their friends are. We're gonna get them and kill them.
Okay.
Hit him hard, believe me. Hit him hard.
Well, I can't thank you enough.
All right, give me a big kiss.
Don't touch me. Get your fucking hand off of me.
I love touching him. My God, look at her.
Don't get away from me. Get away from me. I'm not wet.
God.
I'm not wet.
She's wet.
I'm not wet.
You're not a lesbian. You're a false lesbian.
Yeah.
You're a fake lesbian, like the fake news.
Well, thank you.
Get over here, Bette. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
Get your hand off of her.
I love little bitches. Let over here. I love them.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Trump. And as we thank you, Bette, for being here.
Oh, my God. Thanks, Judy, for bringing me in on this particular interview. It was hateful.
I'm sorry. I just thought,
Can't stand this
I
guy.
know that you are very well read, and I just thought it would be, good for you to be able to confront him.
I know. I had to show a lot of restraint in this interview.
Yeah. So, but thank you for being here.
I thought he was kind of rude to me.
Yeah, he was.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
That guy, by the way, I just walked in, you guys.
Who are you?
I just walked. You guys just had fucking Donald Trump here.
Yeah.
Did you see him
I was
on the way
walking
out?
in. He
It's Bob DiBuono, ladies. What are you doing here?
I walked in, and he literally. I just saw this guy in this giant raincoat running past me to the elevator, and I was like, oh, "Wait, no, is that fucking Donald?
Yeah.
How did you have him here?
Alone, too.
Oh my God.
No Secret Service, nothing.
But you guys are he just shows up and does a radio show?
No, he does. He's done it a few times. Yeah.
What?
He's done it a few times.
I can't believe I just walked past the President of the United States in the hallway here. That's nuts.
Well, Judy, you ran into him at the gym this morning, right?
Yeah.
Wait, he goes to your gym too?
Yep.
Yeah.
What gym?
He goes to Equinox.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But I thought he doesn't work out. He works out?
He just
he
goes
went in
into the
snack bar.
He probably just,
he goes to the women's locker
room.
room. He just hangs out in the women's locker room.
Oh, nice.
Because he can.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Was he rude? He looks so not friendly.
No, he was awful.
He was awful. He's a dick. How are you, Bob DiBuono?
I'm okay. I'm all right. I mean,
oh, good.
I actually, my schedule's been weird, but Yeah, I went to Trump. Do you ever go to Trump Tower? I never went to Trump Tower, and I actually walked by it for the first time the other day.
They let you walk
That place
by it?
is like an army barracks.
I know.
Yeah.
It is a block before you even get to Trump Tower. You're getting searched. You have to they have to check your bags.
Or diverted.
Diverted. Yeah.
I know.
And
and
but
all
it's
those businesses.
But you can go there and eat at the Trump Tower. You can actually go in the Trump Tower, and they'll go through your stuff, and you can go in the cafe, and it's open to the public.
Yeah, but I wouldn't give him a fucking cent.
Yeah, because it all probably goes to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
And besides, all he has there is like Taco Balls, right?
Yeah.
Probably Taco Bell's, McDonald's, pizza places, massage parlors. Do you think he really did that thing with the prostitutes over in?
Yeah.
I fucking absolutely think.
You think he really did? You think he's like really weird like that?
I think he's that disgusting. Yeah.
Well,
he
if
would
he
do
can
that?
rape a 13-year-old kid at what's his name's house. What's that guy's name, Judy? Remember the guy that he used to go to parties with?
Oh.
Who Trump did?
Yeah. And then the guy was arrested. He used to go to have these parties, and Trump would go, and they'd have all these kids. They'd have these young models.
Oh,
and then
yeah. What's his name?
Well, that's where the 13-year-old.
Yeah. What the hell's that guy's name?
That was suing him. Whatever happened to that lawsuit?
Yeah. She got death threats and got 13-year-old. I'm looking it up. Talk about something else.
She got death threats, and so she gave us.
She probably was paid off. I mean, you forget that when you're that filthy rich, you can really do whatever you want. And if you have any sort of perversion in your head about anything, you can do it. You can buy it. You can pay for it. You can order it.
Right.
And I mean, you think about all the trouble that players and sports figures get in, or celebrities get in, and then this is even beyond that. He's like beyond celebrity because he's been so filthy.
So that's probably why he doesn't pay like the workers that he contracts, so that he can have that extra money to pay
for his horse.
For his
horse and lawsuits. And
it says he was at an orgy.
And
what's
the guy's name? He's a Jewish guy too.
Yeah. Yep. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah,
asshole.
We didn't do enough of that today.
No.
Let's see. Where is it? Let's see. I have to look it up. I have to.
It's not that important.
Yeah, it isn't. But
It's, nothing
he's
about
a
him.
fucking asshole.
Nothing about him is that important.
So, Bob, where are
crazy.
you going to be performing?
Well, I have this show I told you about.
Yeah, you're going to do a show at Caroline's. Yeah.
And it's going to be a celebrity. It's a character show and a celebrity show. And it's going to be Trump is actually going to show up and
is he the
appear.
Host?
He'll host or he'll like perform on it, and
he's
everyone
got time
else that's
for
going to be on the
everything.
show is going to go on the show and badmouth him, and then he'll have to go back.
Right.
He'll come on stage and have to retort,
And then we're supposed to feel bad for him after that?
rebuke. Yeah, I guess it's crazy.
He's an
All right.
So
I hate him.
Well, he's easy to hate, right?
easy.
Yeah.
What that
easy.
inauguration was? Did you
Didn't
watch
see
it?
No. I took a boxing lesson instead of watching
Oh,
it.
that's smart.
I told Ben to play video games.
Did you during it?
I started watching it and I said play video games.
And now Pence is even more dangerous because God forbid if Trump.
I know.
With the religion, I don't like anyone who brings religion into it.
It's sad.
You can't force religion.
No, you cannot.
Pence is as scary as he is. He doesn't hold a
And
candle.
hated in Indiana, hated by that state. It's not even like they love him; they hate him. I
Yeah.
meet a lot of
Well,
people in India. They're like, we hate
anyone
Pence.
who's so obsessed with gay conversion therapy, there is
What,
gay.
and what was what?
And
how,
anybody who thinks that you need to have a funeral
For a
fetus
fetus.
Oh God!
is a fucking idiot.
I
Can
know.
you
My
believe
dad
that
didn't even give me a 16th birthday party.
the vice president of our country?
That's
Yeah.
sad.
You don't even.
He's
you no
hated.
longer have to be able to. Even to put a grammatically correct sentence together to
No.
be the president of the United States.
You don't have to. You
I
can
think
just,
I think the country. Well, everything's been reality shows for so many years. I don't think most people look. The country's dumb. Let's face it. You have the percentage of people that are very intellectual and smart and people are so driven emotionally, right, by everything. When you watch TV, think about it. Most people, including me for a long time,
Right.
where did I get my news? CNN or Fox? You
got to get the newspaper.
I'm saying there's like 3 networks on TV that you can watch, and then a couple of newspapers that you can look at, and it takes you many years into your probably in your 30s beyond that to go. Wait a minute, everything you're reading has a slant. So everything has a certain agenda, and remember the hard news when I was before I was born. Walter Cronkite, they just gave this is what's going on. No personality behind it. No, I'm selling a book. I'm pushing my book at the end of it, or I'm going to be outrageous so you watch. It was just here's the news. There's a fire down the street. That's it. Now it's like there's a fire down the street, and then we're gonna bring on a bunch of freaks to talk about it, and it's all garbage.
Well,
and now
more people have opinions now. More people voice their opinions now.
But now, is it that, or now you don't even know where to get the news, because even if you watch any of these networks, they all have an agenda.
Yeah, but you gotta subscribe to different periodicals.
You gotta read everything.
You like that?
Like
periodicals.
That. It's a big
periodicals.
Yeah, you got to read and I think most people are driven just by emotion. So whatever fits into their personal template of how they feel in life, they're just going to grab whatever they want to hear.
You can find
whoever
someone
it is. It's
to
Hillary.
agree with you.
That's why you have to watch the other side. That's why you have to watch.
It's kind of like you have that weirdo friend who calls you and they're a complete jerk. And let's say and they call you and they're in some dysfunctional, awful relationship, and they're calling you. And how many friends were they going to call up? And that friend's going to go, "You're a fucking mental case. You're insane." No, your friend's going to go listen to you and go and placate you. Oh yeah, it's too bad that. That you cheated on your husband and you're a scumbag. No, you're not gonna. You're just gonna tell them what they want to hear.
Right.
You know how many people go to therapists and they go, well, my therapist said. Meanwhile, you're fucking nuts. Your therapist said that because you're paying her a lot of money. What else she's gonna tell you? She's gonna put you in jail?
Right.
You're fucking insane. I don't know. I think you got to be very. You got to really. I think most people are not smart. They don't read. They don't really care. They just.
Well, I think the people that voted for him and that voted for Bush don't read this.
Now I will say this, and I see it on because I'm more definitely a liberal, but I'm like an independent. But I'm definitely probably more of a liberal based on platforms. But I'll watch some of these shows, and even like Fox, they're outrageous. But then even I would watch CNN sometimes, and all people on there, I'm like, that person's a fucking idiot. Like one time, and I have to defend Trump on this, that Van Jones was on, and Van Jones is like, oh, he's racist. And they go, why? Why? He goes, well, he used the word ghetto in his speech. Now, even me, and I don't know nothing about politics, I'm like, look, first of all, Trump is 70 years old. His generation, when they talk about a destitute, impoverished area, that they refer to it as a ghetto. That was the word. That's a word I use.
Yeah, but
to him, Van Jones is like, ghetto, he's racist. You should know. You should have said the hood. The hood. That's what we say in our generation.
Right.
The older generation, ghetto. He wasn't trying to be racist. He's just ignorant. He doesn't know any better. That's how my dad talks.
Generational. Right. It's like when our parents said they used to say it was hep.
What was?
It was hep.
Hep. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a generational.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. There you go. Hep. Well, when he goes bad hombres. That doesn't mean that he hates Mexicans or he's racist. Bad hombre. He was trying to be funny and tongue in cheek, like because he was trying to be like a tough guy. It's a John Wayne term that he's used in movies. They're bad hombres. He was just trying to be cool. But then when they go, oh, he's racist because he said hombres, and that's absurd. He's just dumb.
He's dumb.
And the other day they had a great video of him going to. I couldn't believe it. The day after he was signing something.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys saw his video.
They have pictures for everything he signed.
The video was him sitting there, and then someone had to lean down and point to him, no, that's where you sign. He didn't know where to sign. He was just him, like in the video, like doing this. And they're like, no, Mr. President, this is what you...
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable.
He doesn't know.
He has no
idea.
Like
my mother was saying this, I agree. He didn't think he'd ever win. That's why he was probably outrageous. You heard about that thing where he was trying to help Christie. They had a little pact, I'll help you, Christie. I'm going to go in there and try to help you win, and we'll just do it together.
That's why he looks so miserable now.
Yeah.
You see him and Melania together walking. It's like, wow, they look so sad.
I think Melania's thinking, oh my God, in the next 4 years of my life, I'm never going to see my husband. I didn't see him already. Now I'm never.
But there's a new article about
she's over him.
Melania Trump doesn't deserve your sympathy that I think people should read. But
we're out.
About how you stop acting like we have to save Melania.
Well, you can't be, because she's in it for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly she's had a very good life living with him. Or you reap what you sow. You live with a man who's a multi-billionaire.
I need a little coffee. All right, I have to go eat.
I know. I'm going to leave.
Me too. I have to go somewhere too.
Where are you going?
I'm going to hear music up at the Jazz at Lincoln Center.
When?
I have to be there at 7:15.
Oh, are you going home first?
You think?
Anyway, that means Bet looks like shit. Listen, Bob,
Hey,
thanks
I do
for
not.
stopping by.
Thanks for seeing. I'm sorry. I wish I got here earlier when I was here for that train wreck.
You were
of a
here
guy.
for sure. Patrick, thanks for being on the boards and having all the security for Donald Trump. And Bob, we love you.
love you.
You should come back next time Donald's here.
I will do that. I'll do that. I'm going
to ask you. I'll tell you when he's coming, and you can come.
I would love to be back
Couple
here
weeks.
for that one, too.
Yeah, you can.
Maybe in a couple weeks.
You're in. All right, that's fine.
I'll try to get you. Let me know when he's here, and I'll come back.
Okay.
Okay.
He told me he wants to wait. Get some work done, and then he's going to come
Oh,
back.
jeez.
Yeah.
Do what?
He's not getting work done. All I do is just getting papers
He's
signed.
going
Yes.
and delegating.
He
He's
just
delegating.
signs there.
He's gotta go
He
delegate
signs
this.
papers. He has people that hover over him,
Right.
and he looks, and that's what
Yeah.
he's
You
doing.
see that video? Was that true with the video where Bill Clinton's staring at Melania and licking his lips? Is that accurate? Is that
Well, I heard he was
stupid?
staring at Ivanka. He wasn't licking his lips.
Who?
But no, he
What about
definitely was
the-
looking at one of them because
But
I
how
saw
did we
the video.
know? Oh, you saw it, but was she actually speaking?
This is how
But
I
he
saw
was
the video.
masturbating.
This
You
is
see the
how I
one where he's
know.
masturbating?
No, he's full of shit. This is how I know that he was looking at either Ivanka or Melania. Was because Hillary
Looks
was
over him.
looks
Yeah, she
over
looked
him
annoyed.
like you
Like, here he goes
you gotta
again.
be fucking kidding me.
Wait, I got to see this. I have to see this.
it's all over the place.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening.
Thank you for listening.
So long.
And everything was wonderful. I'll see you soon. Thank you for the visit. So long.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with a Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.